Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm in the mood to make a little video, so I'm gonna talk about basically what happened to me yesterday, since it was a little traumatic, if I'm gonna be quite honest with you. So basically, what had happened was yesterday, the plan was for me to pick, um, basically, I was going to pick up somebody and we was gonna go to State Farm since they don't have a car at the moment. So that was my plan. I was gonna go pick up this person, take them to State Farm, have them fill out these papers or whatever, and go back home. There's a little bit more depth into that, but I don't really want to get into everything. But yeah, that was my goal basically. And what had happened was, so let's take it back a couple months ago. So I got my car in March, I'm pretty sure. It was like the beginning of March. And a little bit after I got my car, it was making really weird noises. And there was like this weird noise, basically. And I remember asking people about it. And they were telling me that it was my belt, my pulley belt. I still don't really know what the fuck that is. But they told me that it was my pulley belt. And I was like, alright, cool. I don't know what the fuck I can do about that, but sure. And at that time too, I needed to get new brakes in my car. So basically, I knew somebody who could do my brakes. So he came, and I remember asking him. I took a video and I sent it to him, and I was like, "Hey, I know you're about to do my brakes, but what about this noise? You know, because I don't really know shit about no cars." So what is this noise in my car? And should I be worried? Is this the pulley belt or what, girl? Can you fucking help me? And he basically told me, in the video you could hear it a little bit, but he was like, I don't really know what I'm listening to. And I was like, fuck. Okay. So he pulled up a couple of days later. He checked my car out. He put new brakes in it. And I paid him. And then I was like, hey, what about like that noise, you know? Can you open the trunk? Not the trunk. Can you open the lid, the front? You know what I'm talking about, like the hood. Can you check? Can you look at it? Can you tell me if you see anything that's wrong with it or whatever? And basically he looked at it. He was like, well, since it could be this, or this, and since I can't really hear the noise right now, I'm not gonna give you a full answer. So good luck, basically, is what he told me. And I was like, damn, okay, period. Alright. So he left, and low-key, I kind of forgot about it. And I was like, alright, well, the noise is... I don't know if the noise, like, stopped, or if I just got used to it, because sometimes it wouldn't make a noise, and then sometimes it would, but I guess, like, I was just used to it at that point. And I forgot all about it. So, somebody that I know used to always tell me too that it could be the pulley belt, and to take that very, very seriously. And it happened to him before while he was driving, and his car locked up, and it just scared him. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I didn't take that shit serious. I'm not gonna lie, I did not take that serious, and it is what it is. And so, forward or backtrack to yesterday, I basically picked them up, and our plan was to go to State Farm, like I said, but State Farm was at least like 30 minutes away. It's a 20 drive to get to his place from my place, and then like another 30 to get there to State Farm. So that's like 50 minutes. So I picked him up, and then we was about to go. So we went, and we basically was on the highway, and I was all the way in the fast lane, girl. So at that time, we were getting close to where we needed to take it off at the exit, and I needed to merge my way back over. And I was in the left lane, all the way at the left, and I was like, alright, I gotta go. So when I was trying to merge my lane, I was like, it turns out my wheel is a little bit stiff nowadays. And I tried to turn it, I was like, alright, maybe it's just like me thinking too much, or maybe it's because I'm going real fast. I'm not even going that fucking fast. But I was like, alright, whatever. And I turned, I was like, alright, that was a little difficult for my little twig arms. But then I was like, alright, I gotta go again. So I was like, ooh. I said, ooh, like, my wheel is stiffening up. Like, it's really going against me at the moment. And he told me, it's not stiffening up. Like, you're good, you're good. I said, I mean, I can feel it. But I was like, alright, whatever. So I tried it again, and I was like, alright, I'm being firm right now. This shit is like locking up or something. Something's wrong. This is not right. And I was kind of freaking out a little bit. I felt like in the moment, I was calmer than what I ever thought I would have been in a situation like that. I was pretty calm. When we stopped, I kind of freaked out a little bit. But when I was in the moment, like, I was just like, alright, like, what I do? Do I turn here? Like, but I felt calm, if you know what I mean. Calmer than what I thought I would have felt. So that happened, and then eventually we turned, we got off at the exit, and I needed to pull into this State Farm. So when I was turning, I was like, God fucking damn. And I was trying my hardest to turn this fucking wheel, and I did. And by that time, actually, when I was on the highway, I noticed that it was fucking smoking as well. Bitch, just my fucking luck. Just my fucking luck. And then we pulled over, we pulled into the fucking State Farm. My hood was fucking smoking, and my wheel was stiffening up, and then I parked. Ooh, girl, what the fuck? Then we got out, we opened the hood, and it was smoking. I was like, of course. And he looked at it, he was like, I think the belt broke or whatever. I think the pulley belt broke. Great, just the fucking pulley belt that I always fucking ignored. And so we walked in there at the State Farm. He talked to them, and I was like, also, do y'all know any like good tow truck companies to call or whatever? Because my car just fucked up, and this happened. And she was like, maybe call this, please. Okay, girl, whatever. So I went outside, I called them, and basically they was like, alright, cool, we're sending somebody up. So somebody came, we waited for at least like 20 minutes, and somebody came in their tow truck, and turns out when he pulled up, he was about to attach my car or whatever, and the thing, I guess that's supposed to like go down to like pick up your car, wasn't going down. And I was like, wow, just fucking great. Like, the one fucking thing I needed right now, and you can't fucking help me, and it's not his fault, but like, God fucking damn. We're already like 50 minutes out, and I'm ready to go home. I'm trying to leave. And yeah, so he was like, well, I can't help you, and I gotta call another truck for y'all, and I gotta go. And I was like, alright, cool. So he left, and we waited, and waited, and waited, and fucking waited. I called them, because I was like, hey, like, where's the truck at? Like, do you know how far away the truck is? And she was like, oh, probably like, still like 20 minutes away. Cool. 30 minutes fucking later, I called again. I was like, hey, like, it's getting kind of late, like, and we're outside, kind of, you know, or in the car, but like, I'm not turning this bitch on. So yeah, we're just sitting in the car or whatever, and I was like, it's cold, and it's getting late, and it's getting dark, and it's starting to rain. And she said, yeah, like, he should be close or whatever, girl. I ended up waiting at least like an hour for this other truck to come, and it finally came or whatever. He hooked it up, struggled a little bit. I'm not blaming him, because I would have struggled even fucking more, but I was trying to fucking leave. But yeah, and then after he hooked it up, he was like, alright, y'all smoke, because it's a good time to smoke before we go. And I was like, oh no, I don't smoke, I'm good. He's like, alright, well, y'all hop in. I'm a smoke a little bit. And alright, whatever. Guess I gotta wait for your timing. Goddamn. So then, waited for him to smoke or whatever. Got in the car, and that tow truck was, how much was it? It was 119. 119 to get to get my car towed from not downtown, but like 30 minutes away to my place. And so that was $120 right there. We got here, we pulled up, and honestly, it was kind of cool. When I hopped in there and we started driving on the highway, girl, I was like, damn, I'm like looking down at all these bitches. It felt cool. Like, it was really cool, like looking around, and you're not like in a car with everybody else. It's kind of like you're above them, and it was kind of cool. And yeah, so that happened. He came, he dropped us off, and we were kind of looking at the truck, looking at the hood to figure out kind of like what happened. And we were talking about the belt or whatever, and girl, I don't know shit, but he said that there's two little things that the belt is around, I guess, like two little whatever. And he was like, if it's just the belt, the two things would like twist, they would move. But we touched it, this one moved, but this one was like locked up. He was like, since that's locked up, I think it's a bigger issue. I think it is the water pump. Whatever. So then he was like, yeah, there's this mechanic, and he was like, I recommend y'all go to a good mechanic that can help y'all, and it's not that far away. It's like less than a mile away. So that's what I did today. I woke up and I called these people. I had my mom help me because, girl, this is big boy shit and I need some help. And I called these people, and yeah, I called these people, and they was like, yeah, we can actually get your truck in, we can get your car in today. And yeah, I was like, all right, cool. And I had to call another tow truck since my car wasn't working at all. So I had to call this tow truck, and they was like, yeah, we can come and take your truck or take your car a mile away for $80. How is it far away? That's $120. But this small distance is $80. I guess just like the point of them hooking it up and everything, and whatever, I don't give a fuck. Oh well, paid that. That's $200 out the window, girl. And yeah, so earlier when I called this tow truck guy, he was like, yeah, I can come and get your truck after, or get your car after I'm done with this car. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna wait. An hour later, I texted him. I was like, hey, are you like how much longer do you think it'll be? He was like, I'm still kind of far away, so let me call my other mechanic, or my other tow truck guy. He called him and he texted me back. He said, yeah, he's further out than I am, so I'm gonna be on my way. But I'm by St. Matthews. That's another 30 minutes away, so I had to wait all that fucking time. And I'm not trying to sound like a spoiled bitch or whatever and be like, oh my god, I had to wait all this time, but like, I guess it's me just being very impatient, and I'm just trying to get this shit over with, you know, like, I need my car, you know, I have places to be, I have places to go, and I don't like the feeling of not being able, or I don't like the feeling of being, like, trapped, or, like, not being able to do what I want to do. So yeah, he picked it up eventually, and I paid him. He didn't have Apple Pay. So I had to give him cash that I barely had, so my mom helped me out. I only had 50 bucks, because I don't really carry cash on me like that, so I had 50, and my mom helped me out with that, so I was very, very blessed and grateful for that, because she didn't have to help me. So yeah, that happened, and then, he took it there, yeah, and then he just called me. He's had the car there for maybe like 3 hours or whatever. He called me. Well, the tow truck came, took it at 11, so it was there around like 11, and he called me. It's 2:30 or it's 2:48. He called me probably like 2 o'clock, so it was like 3 hours. And he was like, your car is going to be done in an hour if you want to come and pick it up. But it's going to cost you $460 because it was the water pump and something about I didn't have an antifreeze or whatever in it. I don't know. So that's a lot of money, you know. And plus, it's about to be Christmas. You know, Christmas is next month. It's about to be December next week, girl. And it's just a lot of money that I have to spend on this fucking car, you know, which is worth it, you know, it's worth it, but that's the price of having a car, I guess, you know. Like, yes, there's benefits to it, but there's also downsides as well because of the expensiveness of it and how much money you gotta spend on maintenance and if things go wrong or whatever happens. And I guess that's something I'm learning now since I have a car. But yeah, that is basically what's been going on with me. And this video will just be ranting about kind of what's going on, and that's just basically it. I had no purpose really to make this video. I was just wanting to vent a little bit and talk about what's been going on with me. And yeah, if y'all have any video ideas or whatever, let me know and I will make a video. And yeah, that was my video about kind of what happened, and just honestly I'm grateful that it's done the same day or the day after, you know. But girl, that was a really scary experience. Like, bro, I didn't expect that shit to happen to me. I really didn't. I wish it happened a little bit closer to home, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And it's crazy because just a few nights ago I drove kind of far and it was dark, it was night, and I was alone. And it made me think, like, alright, what if that happened if I was alone, you know, kind of far away. But I'm kind of glad I was with who I was with because he really calmed me down, and I'm just glad I was with somebody who is able to just be calm. And yeah, so that's what happened. Thank you for watching my video, and yeah, thank you, and I will see you